recording
Yeah.
started. Cool. So start the play. Cool. Alright, let's see. So right off the bat, that was a pretty strange play by Law here.
I knew you were going to say something. The giving away possession right here, you mean, right?
Well, you gave away possession, but you also then, like... Oop, wrong one. I gotta remember my controls. There we go. You also just kind of come up field and float? Like, what are you doing in this position, you know? You're putting your back to the play and just completely turning it into a 2-on-1, whereas you could have mitigated it, and yeah, you gave away possession, but you could have just turned right back. You could have gone over that boost and then gotten the boost to your left here, and turned back and, you know, been back and made it a 2-on-2.
I guess in that situation, I maybe thought that Unforgiven was already kind of coming up there.
And it's like
so
super nitpicky, but...
No, I feel you though. That makes sense.
All right.
I saw that immediately and thought about that.
So now let me run that play
is that
from...
the one I stole from you?
Well, I'm gonna run the play from...
I think that's the one where I didn't know he was there, and I said, like, immediately, oh my god, I didn't know you were there.
You get boost, turn to shadow, which is fine. That's good stuff. Right here, this is exactly where you want to be because Law does have the opportunity to get a pass over. So this is actually really good positioning.
Okay.
Nate makes a good play, and that sounds like a communication issue more than...
Yeah, that's 100% what happened there.
Okay.
Because I immediately was like, damn it, I'm sorry.
So this is an interesting situation here, and I'm going to run it in quarter speed. So you end up getting to the play here, and you see how you've put your car more perpendicular to the ball rather than parallel to it?
Mm-hmm.
And then you end up backflipping into it. What you could have done is he makes this touch here. You should have been probably power sliding right.
Okay, so like turn the nose of my car back inward.
Right, like you turned away from the play. Like this is turning away from the play. The play is on the left side of the field, but you're turning to the right side of the field, which puts your car just in the wrong momentum, and you have to get a backflip. And what good is a backflip here? Because no matter what, it gives Nate possession.
Yeah.
Because of where Law is. It's a little thing, but always trying to remember to turn your car into the play rather than out of the play. If you want to turn left here, you have to hard commit and make sure that you're attacking Thunder. So
I get it. So if you're going to turn left towards the wall there, it needs to be to challenge Thunder with the ball.
It needs to be to challenge it. That's a good save by Law.
Turning. Okay, I get it.
Yep, and that's a big thing, is to always just turn into the play. Nate just read your dribble, that's fine, and made a good play here. I kind of want to watch that again just in case I miss something. Yep, Nate wins that, that's fair. That's hard because you stop your momentum here. You see how you throw on the brakes right here.
Yeah.
And now I need to figure out where Law is. Okay, so Law is definitely rotating to the back post, and can't like from this position. You'll see right here. Law can get to the play before Thunder if it gets over your head, forgiven or unforgiven.
Yep.
And because you can get to the play before Thunder, that means that you, as the first defender, Unforgiven, can just full commit, and if you do full commit here instead of that little hesitate and jump, you definitely at least 50 Nate instead of letting him get it over your head.
Okay, cool.
It works out because Law is there, but rather than even having the ball get to the front of the net, you just keep it in the corner. I don't think anything remarkable happened there, but I want to watch it from Law's.
Yeah, I think I just like went for a 50. So I was out of boost. Oh no, I got the boost there. That's what it was. I was like, I'm out of boost, and then I got some at the last minute, so I tried to get a 50.
Okay, alright. You just took the wrong angle. That's all.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not a poor decision or anything. You just took the wrong angle. Good choice to turn back from Unforgiven. Oh, sometimes the game stutters a little bit like that when you make it go back. Let's see. So here, all you could do is try and beat him up the wall. So that's fine and fair.
Okay.
So this is tricky because you know Nate is going to give this ball to his teammate. Like, you know it 100%.
Yeah.
You either need to be pre-jumping, which I don't recommend because it turns it into a 2-on-1, or just already rotating to the back post.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now thinking, too, that I probably should have just
Like,
turned
you
away
could just turn away right
Yep.
here, get to the back post, and let Unforgiven kind of just handle the shot, and you're there to clean up a rebound. Other option, if you look at it at half speed, you 100%, as Nate comes down off the wall, could have gotten to full speed and demoed him rather than stopping.
Yeah, you're right.
Demo
100%.
could have happened there, but no worries, that's not the easiest thing. Back to full. I said back to full. Good save. That's not a bad choice to try and get this clear. It kind of sucks that because you got to it before the ball hit the wall, it went straight up. But you're so close to the ceiling that even if it hits the wall first, it's still going to go straight into the ceiling. Something you can try to do here, and let me see it at full speed again. You could have caught this ball.
Like going around the side of it?
Yeah, not that it's easy, but you could have gotten to, from this view, you could have moved your car a tiny bit more to the left and kept the ball in the corner on the wall. I'm like touching my screen as if you can see that. I got to get my draw on the screen program at some point.
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
Cool.
Yeah, that'd be pretty sweet. So yeah, that's the only thing else you could have tried to do would be to either catch it or, you know, just get a straighter out clear, but that's not easy to do.
Right, okay.
Okay, so I want to point out here, there's something that could have happened a lot better on this play. So Law, you take that, and because you know that they're going to get a touch here,
Yeah.
you can already be diving for their corner boost and heading back, and you, Unforgiven, could have gone more towards this left boost between you and the corner boost because you know the ball is traveling right to left.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no way that they're going to clear this ball into that right corner because Thunder's got it. It's impossible for Thunder to put it to the right.
Yeah.
So at this point, you can already be veering left. Law can be going for that corner boost, and then Unforgiven, you would have a stronger angle shot while Law's rotating back to defense. So it turns into like a half double commit, which works out fine because you're back, but...
And I think that was comms that actually saved us because I think he was going, and I
Right.
said that I got it kind of thing, so I think that was comms there.
Alright, so this goal. Law, you're just completely out of the play. There's nothing you can do, not your fault. You were just up for a shot, so...
Yeah. I tried cutting back quick mid across to demo him, Nate.
No, I mean, that's the right play, is getting over to Nate and getting in his way. You at least scare him off the ball. From your perspective... Again, it's just a little tiny nitpick. Oh, yep, Rocket League's being a pain. Little tiny nitpick. You hit the brakes right there before you jump. You might have been better up right here. Right here. You may have been better off going up onto the backboard.
I was thinking that too.
Because if you're up on the backboard, you don't have to gain that height and just have more time to get to a ball. So that would have been a situation where maybe getting on the backboard makes sense, and actually what'll show that really well is if you're Thunder, see Thunder shooting there?
Yeah.
Thunder, the one thing he wants is to get this ball far right. And because he doesn't, like, you can tell right there, instead of turning right, if you would have gone onto the backboard, you probably would have had an angle to it.
Okay.
Just something to think about. Dead stall kickoff, get in the way. That's a good try. Not much else you can say about that.
I think I went a little too far for the 50 there, but yeah.
Out of boost, you're just doing what you can to save time. That's a good clear.
Yeah, that was me.
Landing was awful.
The landing... Okay, so there's a lot just went on.
Yeah, I messed this up bad here, too.
So, right here, right there, you get the clear, and you have to know that Law is going. Because, I mean, now you can start to see him, but the communication has to be there, and Law has to be saying that he's going here. And you have a lot of boost. You could be boosting straight down to get to the ground, and probably have landed in the goalie box, and be in position for a save, like, faster. Law, you just kind of feels backflip manned.
Yeah, but if you watched before too, when I went for it, what happened was I think I hesitated on the challenge too, right here.
You hesitated for good reason, though.
Yeah, actually, I don't think. Looking back now, you're right. I don't know that I would have beat him.
Like right here, you're not getting to that ball before Nate.
Yeah.
Right. And you know that, or at least you can potentially know that right here, because Nate's already slid himself around for the ball.
Yeah.
So you could have already headed to the corner, maybe gotten up on the wall, gotten to the ball before Nate, just because you know that you can't get to the ball before him. This is savable. You just kind of, you know, it's a hands mistake. Actually, there's a slight positioning mistake. You stop here. Your nose is pointed in the net.
Yeah, agreed.
Whereas if your car was like just on the goal line instead of out front, and your nose was pointed out, you're in a much better angle. Because then instead of backflipping, you can front flip.
Yeah, 100%
so
agree.
As silly as it sounds, that little tiny, like rotating, power sliding a little bit more would have made this a much easier save.
Yep, and I see it now too. You're right.
Yep.
Hundo.
All right.
No, you don't flip for your kickoffs. Weird.
I don't either.
I don't.
I'm a GC.
It's always so weird to me when people don't do that. No, I don't mean it like in a bad way. I just mean like it's just weird to me.
Yeah. I definitely feel like I'm slower to kickoffs sometimes, but even against people who do flip for their kickoffs, I at the same time.
I'm slower at kickoffs, but I definitely just use that to be able to counter whatever.
Yeah, because it's easy to get it when it's an immediate rebound. You know?
Rocket League just doesn't like it when you hit back too many times.
Yeah, I noticed that.
So let's see. That's a good play. You get the boost. It's funny.
Nate, that's an awkward challenge by Nate. It pissed me off right there, actually.
And he gets that from playing with me.
It pissed me off so much.
But it's funny. If I put it at half speed, you can tell it's going to happen. You can hear in your right ear, even though he's not on your screen,
that he's coming. And then right there I saw him.
Yep. Demo, the bump would have worked if you got your angle correct, but...
Oh, I hit him though. It's baloney.
Like...
I know.
That's tough because, like, it does and it doesn't put you out of position, I guess, because you weren't getting back into position anyway, no matter what.
Yeah.
You might have been able to get a touch on this ball, but I'm sure Unforgiven called you off.
Yeah, I don't remember, but it looks like he probably would.
Yeah,
you would have called him off here.
Yeah, most likely I said or something.
So, you know you're going to lose this challenge right here. unless Law gets the bump on Thunder.
Okay. Yeah.
He's very much closer to the ball and moving in the correct direction. So
Mhm.
at this point, you could either throw down a half flip or do a quick power slide and maybe get back in time. It's
Okay.
hard to say.
Yeah.
It always sucks to give up on an offensive pressure, but because Law's boosting towards the net, like, it's all or nothing. If he gets the bump, you're scoring. If he misses the bump, you're not scoring.
Yeah.
So you kind of have to decide, do you want to play all or nothing, or do you want to just play it safe? And that's always a game time decision. Now that you're down by 3 goals, it's time to start thinking about all or nothing.
Yeah.
Good talk. I'm sure you called him off, but your hesitation, your coming off of boost here, actually caused you to not score this, because you arrived at that ball a little late and didn't get the correct power hit.
Okay.
All right, that's an interesting touch.
Yeah. I know. God.
Well, it's not necessarily a bad touch. The thought process is there, but you coming off the wall, you hit it with the side of your car to try and shoot.
Yeah, I just for some reason I thought I could beat Thunder or catch him off guard, but he had already jumped in a replay. I could see that.
And
he knew what I was doing.
You subconsciously shot this ball, and I don't think that's what you really wanted to do. Once the game stops being awful, I think if you can here, you just want to clear the ball all the way to the right wall so that Unforgiven can hit it after it bounces off that right wall. So you see, if you, rather than side flipping into this, had hit it with the nose of your car and gotten it across the field, like, I think you would have been able to get it across the field, because let me back up one step. Right here, as you're about to make contact, if I go into Flycam, you see no matter what, if you try and hit it across the field, Thunder's not getting to that ball before you.
Yeah, I see that. You're right.
But instead, because of the shot, it gives Thunder the easy dunk.
I think another thing that's in my mind when I'm making that challenge is that I'm well aware of the possibility of me pinching the ball with him towards our net. So I'm also kind of worried about making sure that I at least get like a good chunk of the ball or a good 50. Oh god, that's the one. No,
that's
no,
the one.
Oh god, I don't know, Dan. I don't know.
Sometimes you just got a silver.
Dude, seriously, like legit, didn't know what happened here.
Like if you want me to explain it, I can tell you what happened. What you needed to do was right here. You're like you're diving into this right-hand post. You need to be going out through the top of the goalie box and getting to the far post.
Absolutely, 100% correct.
Just get to the far post, and then you can turn on this ball. Like, I'm not even going to comment on that little tap, because there's not much I can say.
Yeah, well, I think it's because the fact that I'm already out of position makes it that, like, even if I got a hard tap, like, where the fuck was I hitting it? You know
Alright,
what I mean?
And you're not entirely at fault here, because Unforgiven made a small mistake too. Right here, you power slide hard, and you actually overpower slid and got yourself facing away from the play.
Mm-hmm.
Rocket League is being a pain again. You overpower slide, and you've lost all your momentum, and you're pointing out away from the play here. So instead, had you just not power slid at all and started to like just take a right turn to be even with the wall, you probably could have met that ball on the wall with Thunder instead of doing like the little no speed side flip, and you would have had a good clean front just hit into the corner where Law could have probably controlled it up the wall with that full boost he's about to get.
Okay.
So that would have turned into possibly a 2-on-1 because Nate would have still tried to shoot. So just
that's weird. I thought I just got full boost, but it shows me only having 30.
Yeah, the replays are funny sometimes.
Oh, that's right.
relatively normal kickoff. Once again, right here, you know you're beat.
Yeah.
You can kind of hope that Thunder is going to miss this ball, but even if you hard touch this ball, what's going to happen to it?
I'm gonna center it.
You're just going to hit it off that wall and center it to wherever the heck Nate is.
Yeah.
He's, where is Nate? Oh, wow, Nate's out of the play.
Yeah.
But,
all the more reason why I probably didn't need to rush that, right?
well, like, so, okay, wow, if you stay down, like, let me just do a little exercise here. If we put the camera right here, give me fly cam. If we put the camera right here, watch where the ball lands.
Yeah. 100%.
So you would have had a very easy clear, and with Nate flipping, you could have put it out in this area pretty easily for a 2-on-1 the other way.
Absolutely.
Just by recognizing that Thunder's going to beat you. And had Thunder taken a better shot, being on this corner post just gives you a save angle.
Gotcha.
So yeah, just kind of chilling on this back post right about here might have been the best play.
Gotcha. I hate replays because it's so obvious.
It is so obvious. This is why people always say, "Oh, these guys look like they're only plats" when they're watching champs play.
Exactly.
So, right here, where does Law? I bet you can see where Nate is. Really, I'm surprised.
I can see him there though.
You can see him there, but he ends up off your screen before Unforgiven makes the play, so like we can't. Well, that's actually okay. What you need to do is you need to call right here. You need to call no shooter.
Okay.
If you call
so he doesn't rush.
Right. If you call no shooter, and Thunder obviously isn't following this. If you call no shooter, then Unforgiven, rather than making this touch, can just let it go to the corner.
Okay.
And then that way, I mean, you can get 100 boost, the game can slow down, and they've got the ball on the wall instead of whatever is happening here. I mean, they took it back, and I guess that's reasonable. Good shadow, and... Alright, this is a very, very normal case of, should I do it, should I not do it, should I do it, should I not do it?
Right.
You turn back, you cut in. You turn back, you cut in. You turn back, you cut in. And then, so like, you did it 3 times. If you would have done just one of them, you're either back in position to defend this play, or you're making... Because if you had full committed, I would say if you had full committed right here, you are 50ing Nate.
Mm-hmm.
You're getting some kind of trash 50. Even if you lose the 50, you're buying time for Law.
Okay.
Right
Yeah,
here...
Unforgiven. No, I'm just kidding.
Wow. That's unforgivable.
See what you did there.
Right here, you could also have just made the decision to go get full no, not director cam. Oh, full boost isn't there, so never mind. But you could have made that decision to come back for boost and still been able to shadow, because Law's not in a position to defend this thing if it gets over your head.
Okay.
Again, it's another all or nothing play, which when you're down by 4, it's understandable.
Truth.
Back up to full speed. He had the speed.
Yeah. I whole time I'm going back, I'm like, this is not going to happen.
Now, can we mitigate that earlier? I think yes. Right
By not
here,
going for the
right
boost.
here, you go for full boost. but I need to point out that when you're in this far deep, you can get that full boost, or you can...
Just pick up like a shitload of pennies on the way back.
Well, you can do one of these. You see this path?
Yeah, the straight row right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah.
And it points you right to the back post.
Yep.
It's a beautiful thing that people don't really think about, is this curve path. And this is something I like to point out to like a lot of people. These boosts always line up in these like nice, clean, diagonal lines.
Right.
That, I mean, what? 12, 24, 36, 48, 60?
Yeah.
I mean, you're at the net with 60 boosts. You can do anything.
Exactly.
And that might have given you enough time to get to this play. It's hard to say.
Yeah. Look at my beautiful kickoffs, can I just say?
It's good stuff, man.
You like the way I flip inside? Everybody gives me shit for that. What do you flip inside? I just don't know how to do it the other way. Very
I
well.
don't even flip on kickoffs. Alright, this is a little bit of a communications error, but Unforgiven makes the right decision
here,
by just going out.
And right there, that whole time, I thought Unforgiven was going to get the ball there when I was pushing Thunder off, and that's why it was so screwy.
But,
Yeah.
I mean, then it just comes down to communication. You gotta say, I have him pinned, you can get
Yeah.
this. You know, you just
Yeah.
gotta say, I know I have him stuck.
That was
Um,
hilarious, by the way.
If,
Yeah, that was kind of funny. I'm just like waiting for it. Like I was waiting. He's waiting for me to do something, and yeah, from my point of view,
it's
watching
hard to
this-
tell.
Yeah.
It's hard
Yeah,
to
you
tell.
Can't see that.
But if he's calling that it's your ball, clear it, you can turn left through this little penny and definitely just get a solid clear on it. But that comes down to communication.
For sure.
And
Which
actually,
is what you're best at, Dan.
that's my job. Yeah, and you have to get it early because Thunder was going to go up on the wall. That's a simple mechanical mistake here. You left flip when you should front flip. Or rather, you right flip when you should front flip. Because if you front flip here, it's going to go far more forward and not be a center for the other team. It would have rolled up towards like where the 100 boost is.
Okay.
So that's just a little mechanical mistake. You gotta always try and avoid those self-centers. It's a good recovery, though, to get back into the play. And so you followed, and I knew this was going to happen.
Yeah.
This
I pulled off quick.
I'm blaming comms, and you did pull back quick. The worry is, what if this mid boost isn't there?
Yeah. Well, touche.
It
I'll
is.
pick up the penny route that you just showed me.
There you go. You did it. You passed the test. Alright, that's fine as long as it was called. And you're taking a long
again.
corner. You're taking a long corner route, which, if you're confident, and I need to see Unforgiven's perspective, but if you're confident that Unforgiven's going to get a 50, then it's fine to go get that full boost. It really is. That was a really ambitious play, and the reason for that is because of how fast this ball is going, and you're already so perpendicular to the angle that it's going to be traveling, that it's you were right to turn left here and to like head towards the mid boost, but then you turned it back right because you felt like you needed to beat Nate. And it turns into a 50 of sorts, so like I guess I can't complain about it too much. But you just got to be careful in those situations that you're not getting lulled into the trap of wasting boost. Because that's how you get beat at these higher levels, is you just get lulled into a trap of wasting boost for no reason. It's
Hey, we got a
good
goal.
shot, good goal. You know, praise the good things, for sure. You can't ignore that those happen. Alright, that's a really interesting idea to
Yeah.
control. I like it. I do like it. The ball just sort of got away from you a little bit. I think.
Yeah, I wish I had been able to
Like you
getting
scooped it
right
and it was
there.
going so fast.
Yeah, that I wish I had been able to control it more once I had gotten it in front of my car for sure.
So look at where you landed. Um,
Yep.
you landed all the way out here because you were already beat and you still jumped. And that's just something that we have to break the habit of. You jumped, I mean, Nate was already completely... I mean, Nate's over your head entirely before you're even jumping.
Yeah, so I can turn now.
You can turn now
enter the
and
play.
get to the
Yeah.
back post rather than this jump where you're just completely
You
lost.
did go really far.
You go so, and that's something that people don't think about. But when you miss a commit, you travel
Yeah.
half the field. That's a good thought. Good contact. That touch is tricky. Is there anything you can do better here? You just kind of... You could have made a challenge law, but this is also a possession throwaway.
Yeah, see right there. I was gonna say sometimes I wait for those too. If I was Unforgiven in this situation, I might wait for this bounce right here.
Because I know I have a little bit of time.
You do
you're
have...
saying?
And the way you know that is the ball's traveling faster than Thunder is.
And he just flipped, so I know he's got to recover still too. He's got to land, and then he's got to go for it.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
you have... The ball is traveling faster than Thunder. If you can, instead of jumping, just like catch it on your nose,
Mhm.
this gives Law more time to get back, rather than just sort of the throwaway and then Nate gets a clean shot. Every touch has to have a purpose.
I'm lucky he didn't double that, honestly. And then I missed, yeah. Oh, that was the whiff. Yep, I remember that one.
And you know, I like doing this. I actually want to go back a little bit.
I think mine here, what I did was I was trying to delay the flip as long as I could, and I ended up not boosting high enough for when I flipped, yeah. I was trying to catch it like with the fin of my car to lift it really high, and I just went mechanical.
Right. So one of the best ways to kind of point out mistakes and really make them sink in is to watch the play from your teammate's point of view and figure out how mad you are at yourself. So
Alright.
like for Unforgiven here, you know that like Law's got to rush back to get to this, and it puts him in a horrible position where the ball's over his head.
Okay.
So like right about here, you're like, oh no.
Yeah. I knew it was bouncing back center, and I know Nate was going to shoot it. I thought he was going to shoot it right there. That's why I cut kind of quick. And then that was just
You just
me.
didn't
I
get to
rushed
it.
it.
Yeah, you just rushed it. That's a good save. Good recovery save. I actually really like this play. Because you thought that he was going to get the touch, so you started to move up, but like hadn't completely overcommitted. So I really like that recovery. That's iffy.
I was gonna say, can you go back to that right there? What do you think about plays like this? Because I find myself doing this a lot, and I immediately feel like I just gave away possession for absolutely no reason.
Like this,
Yeah.
you mean this touch right here that he's about to make?
Yeah. Yes, right here. This one. Because I do that too. I'm not pointing out you, Unforgiven. I'm saying I do that.
Right.
There's a
enough.
simpler play.
Please elaborate.
And I'll slow it down. I'll slow it down a lot. You know you can get to the ball before Thunder because right here, because he starts to turn left. He's not comfortable getting there before you, so you know you can beat him. Instead of flipping into this, and you got above the ball, right?
Mhm.
You'll notice when you hit it, you got above the ball, and you're hitting it downward.
Okay.
If you can wait to jump until after it's bounced and double jump, think about what a double jump shot's going to do to this ball.
Mhm.
If you just double jump right after it's bounced, it's over Thunder's head in the corner, at least sort of coming out towards the middle. The other option's just to catch it. And the reason
But
you can...
both of which seem to be basically kind of, not in a sense taking your time, but slowing down, I guess, and it's like kind of.
It is a little slow down though, because
Yeah.
you're jumping after the ball bounces instead of before.
Right.
But the reason you can catch it is because Thunder's back's to you. Whenever a car has its back to you, a catch is almost always a safe play. Because what are they?
Catch it in, like, you mean like trying to catch it, like dribble it?
Yeah,
or
like
just try to slow it down?
like catch it on your nose and start to dribble it, or at least
Gotcha.
drive it upfield. Because his back is to you, he's never going to challenge you with a catch.
Gotcha.
So yeah, that's a little bit iffy. But what I actually wanted to point out, you have 86 boost here,
Yeah.
and yet you still hustle. Why did the sound stop? Oh, that was weird. So you could have definitely gotten back in time. All right, that's a classic. The pass,
Me or him?
the kind of both. Your pass could have definitely come earlier and gotten more out middle, but Unforgiven here, you're just in the box.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask that. I'm too far forward to do anything really.
Like you see the little circle, the little semicircle to your left right now?
Yeah.
If you're at the top of the semicircle, that's as far forward as you should get.
Okay.
Like, unless the pass is coming from the back wall, and even then, like, most passes are going to land in this little semicircle on your left. Because if you look at where that ball would land if you missed it.
Yeah, right on that semicircle.
They usually land, like, right at the top of the semicircle. So you just don't want to get in quite as deep. And then as a passer, you know, you can't discredit this. As a passer, you have to realize that your teammate isn't in the net. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, your teammate needs to be ready for a pass to the top of the circle, and you need to be ready to pass it to the top of the circle. So, like,
Yeah.
I actually kind of want to do... Alright, so that's where your pass happens. And if I go to Flycam, you're all the way up here. If I'm here looking for the pass, and now you're like, okay, your angle is just... This is still a hard angle shot because the pass didn't quite get centered, but there's a chance at a corner shot if you position your car here rather than here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's just a little thing that you'll get better and better at as you deal with more like backboard passes and another reason you want to get out to that top of the circle is because as you get better and better, the passes are going to be harder. Like, they're just going to be moving faster. It's a good follow.
Oh, yeah.
This one.
That's a double.
That one killed
He
me.
hit it. I know.
Yeah.
And that's, in our defense, though, I told him specifically I never would go for that, but
There's
the time,
1 second left, and there's...
Yeah, I just thought
nope,
it'd be fun.
That's fair. And, I mean, what are you going to do? It's a mechanics thing.
Yeah. And he hit it down. Who does that? What the hell's his problem?
Who? Oh, yeah.
They're talking about Unforgiven.
And that's a good play by Nate. You guys are... At this point, you guys are screwing around, keeping the ball up, so I'm not even going to comment.
Yeah,
And then what I want to do really, really quickly before we call it is I want to go to Nate's view. And we'll just take the longest sequence of non-stop play here.
Okay.
And I'm just going to try and explain why Nate's doing what he's doing. So right here, you turned off the ball. Unforgiven's dead center. He's got you beat no matter what, and honestly, a pretty good shot opportunity out of it. You made a really nice play to get up and block him. Nate could have gotten to that ball faster, but you see immediately his rotate, even though Thunder is on his right, Nate's rotate is still to the back post.
Look at how he does it too. By the way, I'd like to point that out.
Through the boost circle.
Yeah. He hit the boost pads on the way back. Those same boost pads. It was just kind of funny that he would do that.
Nate's good enough to be a GC. I don't know why he doesn't go for it.
That just looked like a communication issue with him and Thunder.
That's what it was. It was comms. He's immediately right back to the back post, even though there's a shot up. You'll see
Yeah,
it
kind of
every
pisses
time,
me off that he's good enough to be a GC because I gotta play him.
right?
What the hell, dude?
That's a weak shot. He could have taken a better shot there. He's full boost, so he's not worrying about the pads
I'm not
right
gonna
now.
lie, dude. His boost management is fucking stellar compared to mine. Oh my god. Just watching his boost management.
And
He's just like, he's so patient.
Don't use it unless you need it.
God, it's ridiculous.
You know, right here, this is a big flaw in his game. And this happens to a lot of people. He goes for a touch, and rather than trying to turn his car left to get parallel to the wall, he could have like air rolled a little bit and turned left to keep going on the wall. He lands on it in like a bad direction and has to full curl out. It doesn't hurt him. This is a surprising play, honestly, that he did that. But still, like I said, boost management, and just having that back post mentality, always back post. And part of the reason Nate does that is he's a hockey player too.
Okay.
And in hockey, the strongest thing you have to worry about is the backdoor shot.
I am a goalie, so I understand that.
Oh yeah,
very
yes.
Yeah.
If you're a defenseman in hockey and you're not watching the backdoor shot, you're not a defenseman in hockey.
Yep.
Again, he's going to hustle back through the center boost line. Through a boost. Through a boost. Through a boost. And he's at 100 without even thinking about those 100 boost pads. That's a bit of an unfortunate touch. But again, he actually missed that last one, and that hurt him quite a bit. But he'll hard clear here. Recovery was decent, but he's through a boost pad, through a boost pad, through a boost pad, through a boost pad. You know what I mean? Like, he's playing connect the dots out here. And that's
the thing is, he's not going for hundos, though. It's so funny.
That's what you got to do. Is you got to play connect the dots. Whereas if you go to the 100 boost all the time, like, it's not a horrible thing.
No, but you find yourself out of position more, I think.
Right, like he snags that one because he can.
Right.
And that's kind of the way to do it. Is you grab it when you can, but you can't center your game around grabbing it.
Yeah.
Um.
Oh.